Welcome back to lesson 2. Last lesson we talked about the very basics, candlesticks and trends, right? If you nailed that down, then you're ready to move on to this video. Where today we're going to be talking about break of structure. What is break of structure? Break of structure. Last time we talked about trends, right? A lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? A break-of structure is when, for example, we're going in an uptrend and it creates a higher low and then a higher high and then it breaks below this low, and then that's called a break of structure. Right, now we can spot it in the markets. Let me just get rid of this. So we have a clear uptrend right here, right? Uptrend, and then we start slowing down, and then we have a break of structure to the downside. So we have a higher low right here that gets broken and a body closure below the previous low. So it doesn't count if it's a wick. So it's like right here. Hold on, that's not a good example. See this? This is not valid because this is just a wick. It doesn't break below. It doesn't create. Yeah, it doesn't have a body closure below this low. So let's go back here. This one is valid because it breaks with a body closure and then it just dumps, right? I mean, that's not all to it. If you think trading's that easy, you're wrong. All right, this is like break of structure is like the very top of the iceberg. It usually doesn't even work unless you pair it with other confluences like fair value gaps and stuff like and order blocks and PD arrays, and that we're gonna get into later, and liquidity sweeps. So yeah, that's all for today. Actually, I'll find a couple more examples so you guys know better. Let's zoom out. Let's find a clear reversal, right? We have a downtrend, a big downtrend, and then we start slowing down at this point. We have a break of structure. This is lower high, right? We're transitioning from bearish to bullish. We have a lower high that breaks and has a body closure above the previous high, and then we just rip like that. As I said before, you have to pair with a lot of other confluences that we're gonna get into in a later video. There's so many break of structures that don't work. Okay, let's find an example of one that doesn't work, and there's a lot. You can find a lot, and I can probably see like 20 in here. There's another break of structure. It's not valid. It just goes back up. Probably will take your stop and then go back down. That's called a liquidity sweep that we're also gonna get into later. All right. Break of structure is not like a cheat code, right? You have to pair with other confluences for it to actually work, as I said before. Alright, that's the video. Hopefully you guys learned something. Yeah, learn something. Keep this in your mind for a later video. I'm gonna assign you guys some homework. Is to find 10 types of valid break of structure and 10 types of ones that didn't work out.